This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Shortly after I did those videos earlier, or the particular video on the Santa Clarita diet and about cannibalism, about these blood rituals that are performed, shortly after that, CNN put out an article that I saw, as well as MSNBC, talking about how Vladimir Putin also likes to indulge in bloodbaths. Let me quote the article from MSN, the headline: Russians bathe in magic deer blood for stamina. And it says it's no secret that Russian President Vladimir Putin is proud of his physique. He's been photographed topless on horseback or reeling in a fish. But what's behind the stamina of this 65-year-old now contesting his fourth presidential election? Deer antler blood has something to do with it, he apparently believes. Local media reports say that Putin is one of many Russians who have consumed and bathed in blood from the severed antlers of Siberian red deer. Bathers believe the blood gives them strength and stops the aging process. So let's talk about this for a second, right? I just said this about the aging process, right? I didn't see this beforehand. Saw it after. I've been talking about the vampire facial with Kim Kardashian. You know, people have come over since I did that video today and they're saying, you're crazy. No one's going to promote cannibalism. Nobody's going to be smearing blood on their bodies. Well, there's reasons articles like this come out, right? Because this is how they ease people into it. They're not going to come out and show Putin covered in blood and go, oh my gosh, what was he doing? They're going, hey, look at his great physique. What's the secret? Oh, well, magic blood. And they show these poor deer getting their antlers cut off, which is inhumane and disgusting. But let's think about that, right? We talk about the blood baths and how it's a baptism for Satanists. Is it a coincidence you see Eminem bathing in blood, Machine Gun Kelly bathing in blood? How about articles that have come out in the past, like Lady Gaga and a maid at a hotel accusing her of taking part in a satanic ritual after she left a tub in her hotel filled with red blood? And of course, it gets denied because people go, that stuff's not real. That's crazy. Or Marina Abramovich, right? Not just her ridiculous spirit cooking video that we've seen, but Abramovich's art show where we have people headless, covered in blood, eating out of bathtubs filled with blood. Okay? This is normalizing this stuff. That's what they're doing. They're not doing this to entertain you. They're doing this to prepare you. If Putin didn't want this article out, it wouldn't be out. If Gaga didn't want it out, it wouldn't be out. If these musicians didn't want you to know, they wouldn't show it to you in every video. This is becoming more and more normal. You can go from there, you can go to the WWF, having a group known as the Brood, who perform bloodbath rituals on their opponents. They would douse them in blood. It's like, huh? What does that even have to do with fake fighting or fake wrestling? Well, the characters are vampires, so suddenly they dump blood on them. What, are they supposed to fall down and get pinned, like getting hit with a steel chair from getting blood dumped on them? All of these media outlets are preparing people for all of this to be normal. And even when it comes through the news, we're supposed to respect, CNN and MSN, and obviously all of us who are awake don't. We know that they're the real fake news. But what about the sheep out there, the zombies, who are sound asleep seeing this? They see it because it's coming from CNN and MSN because they think mainstream media is credible, that, anti-aging, it's no big deal. If the Russian president can do it, then why can't we? It says in the article, on top of the controversial ritual of blood bathing, the belief fuels an entire industry of antler blood-based products, which animal rights groups say are barbaric and have no basis in science. There is no evidence that the deer antlers or their blood have a healing effect, but some Russian research institutes have suggested that there become further studies into it. So, they can get away with it and then right, that's what I said earlier, right? Here are the fake results from our study. Oh yeah, you live longer if you bathe in blood. Deer blood 5 years, human blood 10 years, baby blood 15 years. Oh, really? Okay. Antler harvesting is not for the faint of heart. Each year, the animals are restrained as farmers use a saw to sever their horns. I mean, how despicable these people are, so they could take a bath in the blood. These sick freaks. Don't hear anyone out there going crazy. Oh, the Satanists are doing that, right? They're just attacking Christians. Oh, Christians are bigots and they're hateful. Oh, because what? You're going to tell us this has nothing to do with the occult and Satanism? This is some healing thing? Oh, right. What, are you going to mix us into the New Age crap? Sure are. All this stuff that's all satanic is going to dump it into New Age. Oh, healing? Oh, spirituality? Sounds like fun. That's what zombies will say. It said CNN visited one of these farms high up in the mountains of Russia. It said, of course, it's not a drug. It's more of a supplement, but it makes our immune system strong. It heals the body and gives us great strength, men's libido in particular. I mean, didn't I just say this? I kid you not, I did not read this before I did the video on Santa Clarita, and I did the video on Santa Clarita last year and all this stuff with cannibalism. That's how they're going to push it. Oh, your libido? Oh, I'm going to have more energy? Oh, well, why are we all tired in the first place? Maybe because they're dumping chemicals on us from the sky, or maybe because they're dumping it in all of our food, or maybe because of the fluoride in the water. Dousing us with chemicals 24/7. That's why we're all exhausted. But instead people go, I'll bathe in pig's blood. I'll bathe in deer antler blood or baby blood if it gives me energy. It says the farmers here say it's no big deal for the animals as they grow a new pair of antlers each year. But when they do grow back, they are sawed off again. And this happens around 15 times in the lifetime of each deer. And you can see the products that they're selling that has deer blood in it. It says the farm has more than 1,000 deer, and the farmers began cutting off the antlers when the animals are around 3. A herder at the farm talks about his trade with pride and describes it like a sixth sense. That's not suspicious. How do I even explain it, he said, standing among a herd of deer. I just feel it. When the antlers are ripe and ready, I just see it. Many other farms operate in the region producing antler blood creams, pills, and alcoholic drinks, and they offer baths in what they call antler broth. So not only, we're talking vampire facial with the creams, right? Talking about the bath. They're also putting it in drinks for people to drink and consume the blood. But that's not, I mean, this stuff is just unbelievable. And yes, this is antler blood, not human. But this is just normalizing this type of behavior. Don't you see how it transitions? So they get people comfortable. Talking about bathing in animal blood. I mean, if out of nowhere they were talking about bathing in human blood, people would be alarmed. Okay, they're talking about bathing in animal blood. People are alarmed, but they're not as alarmed, so they can start getting desensitized and go, oh, well, okay. I mean, it's a little weird, but if they feel younger and the deer's still alive, I guess it's okay. That's how they ease people in. It says some of the products are sent to Asian countries, such as China and South Korea, where there's a similar belief in the blood's health benefits. Despite the lack of scientific evidence, the people in the area say they have had high-profile Russian athletes, including Olympians, visit for antler blood treatment. I mean, all of these people are practicing magic. Even the headline tells you, right? But they put magic in like, quotes, right? Magic, wink, wink. And people read it and they're just like, oh, it's anti-aging. Oh, it's just because they still refuse to believe that magic is real, that black magic is real, that sorcery is real. Even Christians who claim to be, read the Bible inside and out still don't believe the Bible literally, and still don't believe that this is going on. And these people openly are admitting it. Magic, wink, wink. Look at the lines being crossed, being blurred. I mean, the pictures, I can't even put the pictures in. They actually show the poor deer with their antlers cut off on CNN. It's disgusting. I mean, it really breaks your heart, I know people get on me and they say, oh, you're angry and you want to beat people up and you're a psychopath because you say you'll beat, hurting animals is just hurting children is the lowest of the low, really. I mean, and the fact that people don't see that they're trying to make this normal, this behavior. Why are all these celebrities taking blood baths? Oh, is Eminem doing it? Because Eminem wants his skin to be younger in his picture. He's like 25 years old or something when he took the picture for his album. Oh, is he doing it to be cool? No, because they're normalizing this. These are rituals. They're magic rituals they're participating in. And they're trying to make it seem like it's nothing. Like, oh, it's going to help your sex drive. It's going to help your energy levels. Oh, sign me up. People won't even know that they're partaking in satanic rituals. And they'll say, who cares? I feel younger. My skin's better. Sign me up. It's amazing to me how they get away with this stuff. I mean, it's every day. It's more and more. How in the world can people not see what's going on? And let's not pretend like this ain't going on in America, probably going on here more than anywhere else. This is going on everywhere. They are normalizing this crap around the world, and it's going to be the younger generations who really get on board, right? The millennials and below, the next generation and the one below that. They're trying to raise them without God, without scripture. They're telling them, oh, worship Kim Kardashian. She's taking vampire facials. Watch these shows. They're eating, they're eating human flesh. And people are like, oh, but mind control's not real. Oh, it's as real as it gets. It's as real as it gets. Take away the media, take all this stuff away. What would people be doing? They'd be living normal. They'd have their own trades, growing, sewing, building, whatever. They'd be normal. Instead, they have us all trapped in this matrix where everyone's pretty much miserable because we're not doing the things we're supposed to be doing. We have our government doing it all for us because we're too busy being slaves in the system every day, having to get a paycheck to go buy their food, which are filled with chemicals, to pay rent on land that they own, even though you own the land, because you still pay taxes on it. The enslavement is insane. And this stuff's just becoming more and more normal. Unbelievable. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.